You know, sometimes YouTube growth can feel very inconsistent, even when you're putting in the work and being very patient with it. But that usually comes down to a few habits that shape how fast your channel can grow. So that's why in today's video, I'll be breaking down 4 habits that makes growth for your channel a lot more predictable. And as a quick heads up, these habits that I'll be talking about aren't daily routines that you should be adapting, because that's kind of cringe and no one's really interested in that. So instead, I'll be talking a little bit more about the decisions that you should be repeating every time you're creating a new video and uploading it to YouTube. So something a little bit more predictable and consistent that can be applied to other types of content that you're gonna be creating. So just jumping straight into it, the first habit that I want you to fully adapt is to design your thumbnails and titles before you start recording and writing your script. Now, when I record my videos, before I hit the record button, I already know what the viewer is going to see. Because if I don't know why someone would click on my video in the first place, I definitely don't know what I should be saying to meet their expectations in the video. Now, I want you to think about your thumbnails and titles as if you're creating a promise for your viewers. And the first 10 seconds of your video, which is your hook, obviously, only exists to justify that promise you're creating. And that's how you pretty much improve both the click-through rate and retention rate at the same time. Now, once you get into this habit of creating your thumbnails and titles first before anything else, you can also take it a step further and refine it by creating 2 or 3 more thumbnail variations and testing them with A/B testing. You'll probably be surprised that some designs that you'll be creating will have stronger promises while others don't. And that's how you pretty much learn what actually grabs attention in your niche instead of straight up guessing. Now, another habit that every small creator should be adapting is studying what's already working in your niche. To be very clear, this habit isn't about watching more YouTube videos or aimlessly creating video ideas out of thin air or pulling it out of your ass, you know. It's about watching content from your niche strategically. Now, every week when I'm planning my own video ideas and even planning my own clients' video ideas, I take a look at what has been recently uploaded in my niche or my client's niche and ask a few questions. Why did this get clicked? Why is this video really popular right now? What did the creator in the video say in the beginning? And how could I approach this video differently? And with these questions, what I'm really trying to understand is how can I adapt their videos, my competitors' videos, for my own channel's benefit, and more importantly, my viewers' benefit. Now, to be very clear, I'm not copying the video one for one because that can land you in a lot of trouble. So instead, I'm actually borrowing the exact same problem my competitors were trying to solve in their videos, but I'm changing the angle and positioning behind the video slightly so it can appear a little bit more different. Now, to put this into perspective, this video, yes, the one that you're watching at the moment, is a perfect example of taking advantage or taking inspiration from a different video and changing up the angle and positioning. This video was actually inspired by this video that is being shown on your screen at the moment about 4 habits that quietly kill YouTube growth. But instead of focusing on the negatives for this video, I pretty much flipped the script and had it focus on the habits that accelerate growth instead. As you can see, I took the exact same problem, but I took a completely different angle with it. So through this habit that I'm explaining to you right now, this is pretty much how you stop guessing what types of video ideas work on YouTube, and you'll start compounding what already works. So if you build up this habit properly, creating content becomes pretty much second nature to you. Now, this next habit I'll be talking about is more so about having the proper mindset and dropping your ego from individual videos. When it comes to creating content, even though there are methods to creating banger videos, you can never fully predict what's going to happen. Some videos will do really well and some won't. Some will flop, even when you're putting in a ton of effort into them. Now, the mistake a lot of creators, especially smaller creators, make is expecting that every upload has to be a banger or a winner. But instead, the habit that you should definitely be building is to treat each video as an experiment. Now, I want you to think that each upload that you're creating only exists to test ideas, not as a way to prove your worth on YouTube. Because at the end of the day, if you're trying to prove something to someone else, it's not going to really work out really well for you. So when you start treating videos as actual data points instead of validations to make yourself happy that you have a few thousand people watching your content, you're going to see yourself uploading a lot more consistently, testing a lot more bolder video ideas, and improve a lot much faster. And as a quick takeaway for this habit, the goal isn't to make every video a winner. It's really to learn something from every upload that you create. And that's what every top creator on YouTube, even Mr. Beast himself has been doing from the beginning. And yeah, what I'm really trying to say is don't be afraid to test video ideas and just don't have a big ego with it. Everyone's trying to learn about this platform. Now for this last habit, I want you to start adapting the behavior of reviewing every video that you've uploaded at different milestones. Now don't get me wrong, I don't want you to fully focus on, the video's performance based on the number of views and subscribers that you gain from it, because those are vanity metrics that we can't really control. But instead, when reviewing your videos, you want to ask this one specific question to yourself. Did my niche click on my video, and did they stay to watch it? Asking yourself this one specific question starts to get you into the habit of focusing on other metrics that could explain your video's success and the drawbacks with it. For example, if you were to ask this question, you can probably understand why the click-through rate tells you if your thumbnail and title was attractive. The retention rate could also inform you on if your content delivered on the promise that your viewers were expecting. And you can even know if your traffic source is an indicator of how your viewers are finding and clicking on your video. This one question alone gives you the opportunity to explore so many different answers and know what you should be fixing with your content. And in return, what you'll be able to gain from this habit is that you're able to improve your content creation skills a lot faster without over-analyzing everything and just focusing on views and subscribers. Now, with that being said, if you put all of these 4 habits that I just talked about together in one consistent motion, YouTube growth will stop feeling really random. You're going to end up not guessing if video ideas would work, you're not going to get so over-attached to results, and you actually know what you should be fixing next. And if you want to see what all of these habits look like applied to a real channel, I actually did a full review of my own channel, and I go over exactly what small creators should be doing in the first 60 days, and this also includes all of these 4 habits. I'll link that video here somewhere on your screen at the moment if you want a practical example to watch about these habits in action. So don't worry if you feel like you're not doing really well on YouTube at the moment. It might all just come down to the habits that you've adapted so far, and because of that, you should definitely try out these different habits that I talked about, because I know you will kill it on YouTube.